Pyth Network, or Pyth. I think it's Pyth Network. So, Oracle system. Now, this has been built upon Solana. Now, Pyth is looking to have growth this year. Like, they've already grown substantially. The amount of integrations that they've got is pretty damn good. There is something that people need to be aware of, is that there is a significant token unlock coming this month, which could cause prices to drop dramatically. I'll talk about that along with what I think Pyth can hit in the next bull, or in this bull cycle. Before I get into it though, if you are new here, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. When I did the videos, I showed myself buying these coins. They were coins I expected were going to make me a lot of cash. If you'd have done the same, if you'd have popped $100 into the coins when I released the videos, these are the prices that you would have gotten in on. If you'd have hung on to those coins for about 16 months and then sold them, your total profit from $100 into each would have been over 123 grand, which is pretty incredible in a year and a half. Now, I don't have these anymore, but I do share the coins that I own on my website, which is copymycrypto.com. So when I find coins that I think are going to make me a lot of money, I jump onto my site, I tell my members about the coin that I'm going to buy, profits it can have, price that I'm buying it at, percentage of my money I'm going to put in, and my members can copy along exactly. When I sell a coin, I also let my members know what coin I'm selling and at what price. So my members get in on coins at the same price, they get out of coins at the same price, make the same profit. But the added bonus is obviously they don't have to do any work at all. If you go onto the site, you will see what the members have made since joining. And that is the reason that there are thousands of members on the site. If you don't have your portfolio sorted, you're actually in the perfect time. We've been having a bit of a pullback. Prices are lower than they have been for a while. And once this market starts moving again, it's going to rip hard and fast. So if you don't have your portfolio sorted, have a read of copymycrypto.com, because I have no doubt we'll be able to help you out. Now, Pyth Network. So Pyth Network is basically a first-party Oracle network. They define themselves as the largest and fastest growing first-party Oracle network. That's something that is very, like, Solana-based projects have done that a lot. Solana itself used to go by the fastest growing network. And Pyth have obviously used that. I think there's probably some truth to that as well. They obviously deliver real-time data to projects or financial dApps. This is across 40 plus blockchains, and it's nice and low, and provides 380 different price feeds across crypto, equities, ETFs, FX pairs, and commodities. The network comprises some of the world's largest exchanges, market makers, and financial services. Participants in the network are like Binance, OKX, Jane Street, Bybit, CBOE Global Markets as well. Big boys. And the Oracle program aggregates the data on chain to guard against inaccuracies and manipulation, and the protocol allows users to pull the latest prices onto the blockchain whenever needed. So in less than a year since the launch, the network has secured over $1 billion in total value. The Pyth network has been used by over 250 applications to secure over $100 billion in trading volume. Integration with Pyth price feeds as well is permissionless. They have managed to do a hell of a lot in a very short space of time. Now, it's never going to overtake like a Chainlink. Chainlink's the first mover in the Oracle space. You're never going to beat that. But what they've managed to do in terms of net growth has been pretty spectacular. As you can see, some of the network participants. And if you actually have a look at the overall ecosystem, we can see how many different places are actually utilizing Pyth right now. It is Pyth, isn't it? Because they've used Pythagoras in it, referencing Pyth. Okay, so TradingView is one that uses it as well. So featured consumers, TradingView, Jupiter. I mean, obviously Jupiter would be because it's Solana, CBOE. You've got Synthetics, Quenta, Polynomial, Helium, Camino, Drift. So plenty of big boys in there. And like I say, the overall ecosystem, pretty significant. Avo's another one that's using them. Yeah. Just a lot of big names. And look, oracles are vital. Like, people, you got to remember, within the crypto space, one of the most essential parts within the crypto, or like elements within the crypto space, is oracles. Data needs to be reliable, needs to be verifiable, and needs to be solid. If you don't have any data, if your data is not strong, there is a significant issue. So, yeah, the data is very, very important. Now, there is a very significant token release coming very, very soon. Look, right now there's 1.5 billion tokens out there. This is set to increase dramatically. In between the 5th of May and the 20th of May, there are set to be 2.13 billion Pyth hitting the market, which currently, based on price, is a rough value of over $1 billion. This isn't quite accurate because obviously Pyth's dropped in price, but it's increasing the supply by over 141%. Like, 141% of the supply is being added. Now, who are the people getting those tokens? They're going to be the early investors. You're talking about 2 billion more flooding the market. Have no doubt, even if the markets are ripping, this has got a decent chance of more of a pullback. Because all of a sudden, it's going to have gone from a market cap of 777 million. If it stays at the same price, which is doubtful, it's going to go to a market cap of over 1.8 billion. That's a huge increase. And the question is obviously, who are the people getting their tokens? So we do have to figure that out as well. So let me get that info up. So as you can see, we're going to go from here to here. This net increase is going to be partly private sales, partly ecosystem growth, and partly protocol development. Now, within that, obviously, the private sale guys are probably going to sell. You can't know that for certain. However, the private sale guys, 200 million of those tokens that are going to be released are private sale guys. So they are, in all likelihood, going to want to sell. 200 million tokens of the 2.1 billion being released. So, again, if they were to dump the 200 million, they're going to make 100 million based on current price. So it would not be a shock at all to see a pretty significant pullback over the core between the 5th and 15th. Was it 5th and 15th? 5th and 20th of May. And if you double down on the fact that there might be a market pullback, you know, if we're not rallying, if we're pulling back, if the market's continuing to pull back, there's a decent chance that you're going to see a sell-off from those guys. Ecosystem growth and protocol development, less likely, right? Less likely. So the allocation aims to facilitate practical initiatives, including funding research, projects aimed at advancing the Pyth network, incentivizing developers to build. This allocation is aimed to recognize and reward individuals and organizations that go beyond contributors in fostering the expansion. So as a reward, I mean, in theory, you know, some of the people that get in the ecosystem growth money could sell it in order to fund. But although that in and of itself should be funding, the protocol development is allocated to contributors focused on building, tooling, and infrastructure. So make no mistake about it, there is no reason that there isn't a large sell-off here. So that's a short-term thing. Maybe it pulls back to below 40 cents. Maybe it pulls back all the way down to like the 25 cents. I think that's unlikely, but maybe it pulls back to 40 cents or so. Now, that's the short term. But if you're a Pyth holder, it's worth knowing, right? However, long term, I do look at this and go, Pyth honestly has a real shot of hitting a very significant market cap. If it was to hit $5 a coin, even with a 2.1 billion token release, that would put it at a market cap of about $19 billion. Sorry, $18 billion. $18 billion is obviously very significant. However, currently right now, Pyth is integrated with some of the biggest projects in the space. It is helping Binance, it's helping OKX, it's working with TradingView, it's working with the beasts of the industry. So there isn't a reason this doesn't run wildly. The only question, obviously, is with all these token releases, when's the next one and how significant is that going to be? Because, look, selling pressure still has a significant impact on the markets. Even if you've got an outstanding project that's one of the best in class that tons use, if you've got lots of private investors that are getting ready to sell on a constant basis, it really does stagnate price. So that might be a reason that this doesn't go to extreme, to significant highs. But at the very least, I would be looking at around $3 or so a coin. I think a 10 billion market cap is a very fair assessment of a project that is helping and aiding companies and projects that have hundreds of billions as a net worth. I think 10 billion is fairly reflective of the work that's being done. $5 I do think is very, very achievable. But again, it's just worth being aware there's going to be significant selling pressure for Pyth in the near future. So it would not be a shock to see it fall out of the top 100. It would not be a shock to see the price, well, it won't fall out of the top 100 because actually the amount of tokens being released, the market cap's going to go up unless it halves. And it has to more than halve in price for the market cap not to go up. But there's going to be some selling pressure. So yeah, just something to know short term. But very strong project, very interesting. And the Solana ecosystem continues to boom. Expect more great things from Solana. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you're a Pyth holder, you're concerned about the token release coming up. Are you looking at dumping before that token release? Tell me what's going on. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, all you have to do is join up at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share with all my members the coins that I own. So if you join today, you'd see my entire portfolio. Whenever I buy or sell any coin, I let my members know what coin I'm buying or selling and why, what money I'm putting into it or taking out of it. They know everything I'm doing as I'm doing it. So they get in on coins at the same price and get out of coins at the same price. Means there is absolutely no work for the members. If you go onto the site, you will see what the members have earned. That's why there are thousands of members on the site. It's because they're making phenomenal money in crypto. And you can verify it all. It's all public record. Everything I've said in the past. And look, the halving's happened. The market's sort of experiencing a bit of a pullback at the moment. There is a decent chance that May is going to be sideways and down. And this is kind of the perfect time to sort your portfolio out, because once the markets start ripping, it's going to kind of have been too late. You're going to miss out on a lot of profits. So if you read through copymycrypto.com, you have a look at everything, I think you'll realize it's a site you've got to try out, guys. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.